We're ready.
Okay, all right. Call the meeting to order, salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Trustee Malinsky.
Here.
Trustee Connor.
Here.
Mayor McFetrich.
Here.
Kim and Tom are excused.
We have a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
And a second? Second. Any corrections, additions, questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Presentation of additions, communications, and general question period for members of the community. We'll dispense with that. Report from the Codes Enforcement Officer. Chris gave us a lengthy list of what he's been doing. He's been really busy and really on top of things. He did meet with the guy that
Engineer.
wrote the engineer, the structural engineer today down on Main Street at that building, and the burn building, and they're going to proceed with an in-depth report. Chris said it was pretty rough inside, pretty dangerous.
Short, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's been what, a year and a half,
Yeah.
so snow and rain and.
Did you notice that the back roof had fallen in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions about any of this report?
Did they find out that was a dead animal?
I believe there is a dead animal, you're talking about,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe there is a dead animal, I don't know that it's been removed. Because I'm not sure that we've gained any access to the building. There've been plenty of grass checks, but I think he's doing a very thorough job. My report is short. Summer is upon us, and with that comes lots of road work. Thank you all for your patience as New York State mills and repaves Route 9, as well as replaces the handicap access on the sidewalks to the crosswalks. In addition, our DPW crew is preparing several roads for paving, which will happen in the next few weeks. I ask you for your full attention as you drive through these work zones. And speaking of driving, I get numerous complaints weekly about the high rate of speed of many vehicles on all of the village streets. I ask you to please slow down. We have kids on bikes and lots of pedestrians on our sidewalks and streets. Let's keep everyone safe. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the long hours of work that the DPW group put in to repair the bridge on the Northern Tier Rec Trail. There was a lot of back-breaking labor involved, as well as tons of rock used to reinforce the sides. The bridge is now open for use. There are numerous events scheduled for the summer months. The farmers market will begin on July 17th from 9 till noon in Paquette Park. The first concert in the park, which is Bill Earl Park along the river, will take place on Saturday, July 31st with Dave Miller. Another concert is scheduled for Thursday, August 26th at 6 p.m. with the Taylor LaValle Band. Bring a chair, bring your friends, family, and come enjoy some music by the river. I hope to see many of you attending these gatherings. Thank you. Reports from the trustees. Trustee Connor?
I don't have too much right now. I just, one thing is that the garden downtown looked really good. Yeah. I think they're all taken now, cause you're gonna have the last one, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So,
does look really nice.
feel like got some rain, we need bad, but still we need more.
We do. We do. Let me just say, Chuck, that you've been working really hard down there. I really, really appreciate that. I mean, I know you have your own plots, but also you're kind of watching over, at least helping on mine. So I do greatly appreciate that.
Thank
Nikki?
As you said, the garden, we did plant pumpkins, just this past weekend, so that's all set. And another plot, I had 2 or 3 families plant herbs, sunflowers, onions, maybe a few other little vegetables in another plot. So we do have 2 plots available, and there is still some space in that corner plot, which I may throw some sunflowers or something in, something easier to grow. I was asked about fun runs this year, if it would be in person or virtual, and as we discussed,
Yeah.
we'll probably do 4 in-person runs, maybe 2 in July and 2 in August, if that works. So those dates will come out soon, 'cause I checked
So
my
still
calendar.
stick to Sundays?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be right. I'd like to do a geocache introduction event one day for the kids. I know my kids and nieces and nephews enjoy that, and it's something you could do all year long. So for anyone interested in that, I could go over, basics. It's really easy to do. So that date will come also. I'm just trying to get through school events and graduation before I set up any events. And maybe start a kids book club along with the library. And yeah, we'll have more info on that too.
Yeah,
But those are my ideas
Yeah.
for now.
great. The kids' fun runs are always
Yeah.
well
It's
attended
nice to
and a
get
lot of
out.
fun.
And we also have an art in the park this weekend, Saturday at 10 o'clock for ages 8 and up, and at 11 from under 5, kids up to 5. And that's $10 per student, and that's to cover the materials of the art.
That's
So
this coming weekend?
This coming weekend, yes.
Okay.
And that event is on Facebook and it's on our Kids Connected group. Another idea I want to do is do a kids market day. We have a farmer's market. You can set up an area for kids if they have any crafts or little, if they're interested in making something, soaps or bracelets or something they wanna sell, just kind of get them into it.
did that one year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something for them to be
Mhm.
little entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll set that up at the end of August, mid-August.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
That is all.
Is that it?
Yes.
Thanks.
Just be cautious with your sunflowers.
Yeah.
I planted some and they're gone now.
Oh, I know. There's
Oh.
a woodchuck in there.
Yep,
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck? I didn't know
Enough?
I didn't know he chucked sunflower
He's
seeds.
got-
well, it's not the seeds, it's the plants,
It's
you just,
yeah, the fresh greens coming up. Yeah, there's a few
my
plants
lettuce
that
and
have
my
been.
But not
cabbage.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes are fine.
I did see someone question their tomato plant yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look at mine yet today.
They said their tomato plant and their cucumber plant was missing. So
I had one of my tomato plants was pulled out of the ground.
Oh, that might have been the woodchuck.
Didn't like it.
well, and the gate is up off the ground.
But there's
on
a
the
board
side.
there now.
Yeah, there's a board there, so I'm hoping that's helping. But
I
don't know.
don't know,
Well,
because I have a fence around my plot,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, and you got
something's
in
getting in there
something
too.
went in there.
Oh, maybe it's something bigger than,
Hmm.
not a woodchuck.
Or small.
How's a woodchuck can't jump a
That's
fence?
true,
No.
or smaller, Mary said.
Oh,
Or
maybe.
smaller, yeah,
Mice or.
chipmunks, squirrels.
Hmm.
I know the chipmunks were eating my chives in my garden at
Oh,
home.
yeah,
And rabbits.
They're getting
Yeah,
in
the
my
rabbits could do
strawberries.
that easily.
Oh,
Darn. Well, we could put a trail camera up and at least identify it.
That'd be
Catch the
nice.
boat.
Yeah,
Catch the boat,
boat.
right?
Yeah, yeah, Mike has
Do we have
some.
Deer that go by?
Well, we do have deer. Yeah, that's what
Will
I
they
was
go through
thinking.
there?
Oh, yeah.
Cause they would sure, I mean, it's easy to step right over the
Yeah,
Yeah.
fencing.
Maybe it's the cow.
Maybe it's our cow.
He is out there, someone saw it again yesterday,
Yeah, really?
oh, really?
Yeah.
Where'd they see it?
in that back field.
With the
Or,
picture of the 2 kids.
Yeah,
Who wrote that? Somebody had.
Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle Chambers, the 2 kids walked, and she said if somebody went out there every day, whatever, that
I get
it would probably get used to people and
maybe.
kinda wanted to follow. Yeah,
I know my sister went by twice last week, just after 8:30, and both times she saw it.
Mm.
So that's a, you know, same time both times that she's seen it.
interesting.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay, report from the clerk treasurer.
everyone has their year-end report, for May 31st, which is our year end. We ended, pretty decent in light of COVID.
Yeah, it was such an uncertain year. We really didn't know if we were planning well or not. Are there any questions for Juanita just on the year end before we get to the warrant? I mean, if you look at the percents, we've nailed it, I think, for the most part. I don't wanna rush anyone, I don't know, do either of you have any?
No, that looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have a slight decrease, in our year-end balance, but it wasn't drastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, given what we were afraid of, turned out better than expected, I would
Mhm.
say.
It did.
Okay, so moving on to the warrant.
Okay, our total warrant is 14,385.18.
Is there a motion to approve the warrant
So moved.
in a second?
A second.
Okay, any expenses or anything that you're wondering about? On the abstract? You good?
Yep.
You good, Chuck?
Yep.
All right, roll call?
Trustee Malinsky,
Aye.
Trustee Connor,
Aye.
Mayor McFetrich.
Aye. Report from the superintendent, you've got, Mike's list. As I said in my report, they've been incredibly busy, as always in the summer. That repair to the bridge was monumental. They worked really hard on it, now they're working on the streets. You know, you just got this, so you probably haven't had time to read through it. There are some, as usual, there are some parts that are not working well. The bucket truck is not currently working. The muffin monster had stopped, they were able to clean it up, it's back in service. The trailer is going in this week for those repairs. And we should be doing paving soon.
Did he call on the paving?
I think he's still trying to get an update. Second week of July, he's still not sure if the schedule is correct. There were 2 different reports that we got in terms of when they're coming to Champlain. So it looks like he's not positive, but it looks like mid-July. Any questions or comments on Mike's report? Correspondence?
Correspondence from Codes Officer Matat to Timothy LeCount regarding 158 South Street. Correspondence from Code Officer Matat to Jeff Lamberton regarding 185 Elm Street. Correspondence from Codes Officer Matat to Rosemary Gagnon regarding 54 Church Street. Correspondence from Larry Barcombe to Mayor McFetrich regarding Water Board recommendations. And letter from Doug Powers to Codes Enforcement Officer Matat and Janet McFetrich. Or Mayor McFetrich, sorry.
No, that's absolutely fine. Under new business, we have the Hometown Hero banners. I had added that to the agenda and then discussed it with the committee that gathers this information and money together, and found out that we have a few banners that have been badly damaged. One was purchased in the first year, but one was one of the new ones, very badly damaged from the wind, or whatever. But they do have a little bit of extra money, and Lorman's has agreed to cut the cost in half. So they're going to pay for half, and this pot of money that they have, I mean, it's outside the village, will be able to pay for the other half, so they'll be able to get those replaced. So that came to a good conclusion.
Yes.
All right, we've got some resolutions. There's going to be a celebration of Dr. Racine for being the community family physician for 40 years. So I've got a resolution of appreciation. I'll read through this and then we'll pass it. Resolution of appreciation acknowledging the service of Dr. Morris Racine, physician. Whereas Dr. Morris Racine has served our community family physician as our community family physician for 40 years, from July 1st, 1981 to July 1st, 2021. Whereas Dr. Morris Racine, born and raised in Champlain to French-Canadian parents, has remained committed to serving the residents of the area. Whereas Dr. Morris Racine, after graduating from Northeastern Clinton Central School, continued his education at SUNY Plattsburgh and SUNY Upstate Medical, followed by a family practice residency in Syracuse. Whereas Dr. Morris Racine returned to Champlain to work at the North Country Medical Center for 30 years, providing outstanding health care to his community. Whereas Dr. Morris Racine, recognizing the changing future needs of rural health care, collaborated with Dr. John Ruge at Hudson Headwaters Health Network, which resulted in the establishment of the Champlain Family Health, a state-of-the-art facility, in 2017. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Champlain Board of Trustees does hereby publicly acknowledge and recognize the Honorable Dr. Morris Racine for 40 years of dedicated professional health care to the people of the North Country, and with pleasure sends congratulations and thanks for his service. May I have a motion to approve?
Second.
And I guess we need roll call on that.
Trustee Malinsky,
Aye.
Trustee Connor,
Aye.
Mayor McFetrich.
Aye. And Kim and Tom will do that too. All right, we also have a resolution for, let me see if I have the right one here. We have a resolution for the, to schedule and hold a public hearing for the water main replacement project. I don't know what resolution number this is.
I don't know, but I will.
We'll figure it
I'll
out.
fill it out when
All right. Resolution authorizing the Village of Champlain Village Board to schedule and hold a public hearing. Whereas the Village of Champlain is proposing a water main replacement project located in the Village of Champlain, Clinton County, New York, and whereas it is the intent of the Village of Champlain Village Board to schedule a public hearing to discuss applying for a community development block grant for the project. Now therefore be it resolved and determined that the village board may authorize a public hearing to discuss community development needs and to discuss the possible submission of one or more community development block grant applications for the 2021 program year. The question of the adoption of the foregoing resolution was duly put to a vote, and the vote was as followed. May I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Malinsky.
Aye.
Trustee Connor.
Aye.
Mayor McFetrich.
Aye. And finally, there's one more resolution regarding the snowplow. Resolution dated June 14th, 2021, a resolution fixing the details and authorizing the sale of $36,000 statutory installment bond of the Village of Champlain, Clinton County, New York, to pay the costs and expenses attendant to a new plow truck. At the meeting of the Village Board of the Village of Champlain, New York, held on the 14th day of June 2021, upon motion duly made and seconded and carried, the following resolution was duly adopted. Let's have the motion now before I read this.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Be it resolved that the Village of Champlain does hereby approve the form and format for the statutory installment bond in the total sum of $36,000 to be issued with respect to the village's new plow truck as presented by Roger B. Linden Esquire, bond counsel for the village, and be it further resolved that such statutory installment bond shall reflect the number of payments, the amounts thereof, and the dates thereof as is set forth on the annexed maturity schedule prepared and presented by Roger B. Linden Esquire, bond counsel, and Lucas Manning, area lead specialist of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, New York Rural Development, and be it further resolved that the village treasurer, as fiscal officer of the Village of Champlain, shall duly execute such statutory installment bond and all such other and related documentation necessary to effectuate such purpose, and be it further resolved that the previous resolution of this board dated May 11th, 2020, authorizing the issuance of such statutory installment bond is in all respects affirmed and continued, and the chief fiscal officer shall have all of the powers enumerated therein with respect to the issuance of such statutory installment bond. The foregoing resolution was duly adopted by the Village Board of the Village of Champlain, New York on the 14th day of June 2021. Roll call.
Trustee Malinsky.
Aye.
Trustee Connor.
Aye.
Mayor McFetrich.
Aye. Ooh, kind of butchered that reading. Okay, old business, playground, groundwork, I still haven't, I'm kind of waiting for school to get out. And then people will be a little more free, and the parents that will volunteer, and so let's just wait on that unless you have some other suggestions. I mean, we could go down and measure it, but I don't wanna put stakes in and have the kids trip over them.
Yeah.
Well, if you need help measuring or whatever.
Okay. And the basketball pole and hoop arrived,
Okay.
so that also can go into this.
So we should plan a time to do the painting
Mhm.
for the basketball hoop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It'll be a lot easier than painting 50 states.
It's not windy.
The papers, oh my gosh, that was a good time, that was a good time.
Did Marty ever get back to
No.
anybody? No?
No.
He was just up here a few houses down the road mowing today.
Down there,
Yeah,
down there,
I'm not sure if there's somebody hired to do that or,
yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, we're gonna have to think about that.
I can try sending him another email or calling him again.
Probably busy season now.
It's such a busy season
Mhm.
for all of these people, these different jobs. We'll have to figure that out. Water board report, well, you saw in the correspondence that, we have agreed on the water board recommendations. It met a couple of weeks ago with several town board members and the town supervisor, and we came to an agreement. basically both accepting the water board report. So, I'm happy to announce that, and we're moving forward on that. It's good cooperation. I have no other business.
I do not either.
Is there a
I
motion?
make a motion to adjourn.
For a
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.